Hey gang, it's JC, and this is your Daily Dose for Tuesday, May 4th, 2010, a cooperative venture with Mind Active in beautiful downtown Brentwood. Anytime you want to see the archives, just hit the menu bar at the top of the page. You can check the stuff out. We have two new features, the Video Village featuring Betty White and the Wayback Machine, an old weather forecast from 1988 with Bob Richards. You can check them out at the top of the page. Eye candy in the archives all the time too. And some beautiful flowers, some azaleas that we planted here in front of the house, and I'm just digging it. One of the nice things about being off is that I get to enjoy the mornings a little more by being outside, and I'm just loving it. Let's start today with news too good to be true. Lindsay Lohan, it looks like, is going to jail. She's been violating conditions of her DUI sentence. It looks like she will be on her way, and she's not going to be able to get out of it this time. But here's part two of Lindsay Lohan news today. It turns out she's going to play Linda Lovelace in a new movie about the whole deep throat phenomenon back in the 70s, the movie called Inferno. And Lindsay Lohan, who, by the way, has sucked in pretty much everything else she's been in, probably perfect for the role. All right, David Boreanaz, the actor who's in the movie or the TV show Bones. Okay, so he's married to this knockout by the name of Jamie Bergman, and he's cheating on her while she's pregnant. Well, it turns out that he may have been cheating on her with Tiger Mistress #1, Rachel Yucatel, the one they gave $10 million in hush money to not tell what Tiger was really like and what he was really into, so we're going to watch that story too. Julia Roberts, living in Nashville, who knew? And, they had 13 inches of rain and they got floods and evacuations. So she's on the first floor of her house in Nashville, and then the water starts coming in. She goes to the second floor and then calls and says, "You got to rescue me. The water is coming up like crazy." She says, "It went from my feet to my chest in just a few hours." It went from her feet to her chest in just a few hours. Gosh, that's twice as long as it took Lyle Lovett. How? Okay. All right. Turns out your dog, as opposed to your cat. By the way, cats, we have two, Victor and Louie. Cats live the way we wish we could. Cats are completely consumed by their own comfort, and if we could get away with that, we would too. Dogs, on the other hand, they really do care about you. As a matter of fact, researchers at a university in New Zealand have found that your dog really does understand your feelings. They showed 90 dogs videos of people smiling and angry and crying and laughing, and they found out the dogs' responses showed that they really could tell the difference between different human emotions. They still can't figure out that the doorbell usually isn't a sign that an intruder is coming in, but other than that, the dogs are picking up on stuff. All right, roast beef sandwiches. I love them. They got a pretty good one at Grassie's West, just off Lindbergh. Got a pretty good one at Al Raboski's Ballpark Saloon downtown. But if we want to get more upscale and certainly more expensive, but good, let's talk Prime Bar, West County Mall. Relatively new place. Nice TVs in the place, good service, and my pet peeve on roast beef sandwiches is these people who think they can put grizzle on a sandwich because they're covering it up with a bun and somehow you're not going to see it or something. Man, I hate that. You're not going to run into this. It's actually shaved prime rib. And again, it's at Prime Bar, West County Mall on the west side. Pretty good, a little on the expensive side, but worth every penny. Okay, the average American teen apparently sends 2,000 texts every month. Gosh, imagine how high that number would be if they didn't have all those babies to take care of. Let's talk a little bit about the Cardinal game last night. Man, they almost never call this. Runner interference at first base. You're supposed to be running in that box to the right of the first base line. That pitcher was going down the line, plus he gives an elbow as he's going by at first base. Ump called it good. Same ump turns right around and blows the Brendan Ryan call at third. Now, Brendan Ryan, by the way, when you're rounding second and you think you might have a triple, pick up your third base coach, Jose Akendo. That's what he's there for. And he might have been able to steer you right on that whole thing, but these guys are looking over their shoulder into the right field corner. You're supposed to be looking at your third base coach as you're going around third. That's how you stay out of trouble. And also, yes, I'm in favor of instant replay in Major League Baseball, but not the way they're doing it, and certainly not the way they did it last night, where they got to call New York. They have to call New York, and there's some 25-year-old kid watching porn, in these studios, in the offices of Major League Baseball, and then he's got to go and find the right game and cue it up. It's so stupid. You've got a TV booth home team, TV booth, the away team. You got 2 radio booths, they have instant replay, and sometimes you even have Spanish broadcasters up there. Just look up to the booths and go, guys, you saw it on your instant replay. Did it go fair or foul? The guys give thumbs up, thumbs down. You're down in 10 seconds. You're done with the whole thing in 10 or 15 seconds. As usual, Major League Baseball making things sloppier and more complicated than they need to be. All right, let's talk. And then last night, some kid runs out onto the field. Now, they couldn't have known, by the way, that he was only 17 years old. So when they tasered him and people got all upset about it, it's like, all right, first of all, stay off the field. Second of all, there's too many of these tasers going around, and maybe it was a little bit much. But then you start thinking to yourself, if I'm a stadium worker, I'm a security guy, I'm thinking to myself, I don't know if this guy's a terrorist. I don't know if he's going to spray me with something. Or, I've seen pretty big guys, shirtless, running around out on the field. You're gonna try and tackle this guy and separate your shoulder. Maybe the taser was a little much, but maybe not, huh? All right, I already told you that Channel 5 called me a couple of weeks ago and asked me if I wanted to be on this I'm Just Saying thing, and I told them no. First, it's stupid and they're overproduced, and I don't trust them to do it right. Second, I don't work for free, all right? I work for money. And everybody should do that too. Nobody's getting paid for those I'm Just Saying things. Radio people are coming on and devaluing themselves by working for free. I don't know why. And Channel 5 fired everybody. They don't have anybody left to work there, so they're going to the radio community for free employees, and I just think the whole idea is stupid. Plus, you got these guys now who are walking in off the street like that crazy old coot from Belleville last week. All he was doing was bashing Obama. By the way, did I mention they're stupid anyhow? So, Hubert Humphrey used to say that everybody has the right to be heard, but not necessarily to be taken seriously. And I believe that. And Channel 5, and I'm Just Saying, hit a new low last night with this hick from the country station playing political commentator. Another one of these Tea Party supporters. And by the way, we know now, because of the comprehensive poll of the Tea Party members that was taken by CBS News and the New York Times, they have about 18% support. That's about it. And they're mostly white, and they're mostly retired, and believe in Medicare. Government entitlement, how about that? And they're against everything. They're against the government, but they can't seem to tell us what they're for. So the American people, I think, have this right, and that's why they only have about 18% support of the American people. Now, there's 3 or 4 radio people here, and one radio station in particular that's really glommed onto this Tea Party thing. And they think they're riding some sort of wave. And last night, this hick from the country station tells us we're cowards and we're lazy if we don't support the Tea Partiers. Well, because I want to prove that I'm not lazy or a coward, let me give you my list of things that could have improved this hick from the country station last night, his appearance on I'm Just Saying. Number 1, wash your face. You're on television, douchebag. Number 2, put on a decent shirt. You're on television, douchebag. Number 3, do a sit-up once in a while. You look like a fat pig. Number 4, quit waving your arms like you're a traffic cop and doing all these worn-out 1977 PM magazine moves. You look like a fucking idiot on TV. And by the way, stop further embarrassing the radio industry. I'm just saying. It's the 40th anniversary of the Kent State killings today. Maybe somebody can talk about that, huh? All right, charity softball Friday night, 7:30, CBC. Officer Matt Crosby, Rock Hill Police Department, critically wounded. Half of the St. Louis Blues team is going to be there. A lot of Blues alumni and a lot of your media celebrities like yours truly, Martin Kilcoyne from Fox 2, Rennie Knott, Brian McKenna, Dan O'Neill, Andy Strickland from KFNS, Kevin Wheeler from KMOX. And if you want more information, Ticketmaster.com or call 1-800-745-3000. Great cause. JC's Eye Candy today, a Batman XXX movie. The authenticity is going to knock you out. You're not going to believe this. Check it out at JC's Eye Candy. Tomorrow, some disturbing information regarding wiretapping in this country and 10 foods people hate. Don't forget to check out our 2 new features. In the meantime, that's JC's Daily Dose for Tuesday, May 4th, 2010. And in the meantime, we've beaten this one to death. Have a good one. See you later. Bye.